the forward thinking of those progressive individuals that want to push us to the future. It's like we need to move away from fossil fuels. We need to transition. Oh, transition to energy. Yes, transition to clean energy. Oh, now we need to ration energy. We need to ration because we're incompetent and we didn't figure out that first you need to create something before you ask a lot of people to use it. Apparently, supply and demand is the crude, harsh reality of things, even when you try to have social policies. So this is a very interesting news because it has been debunked by people on Twitter. Not by experts, but by people on Twitter, which in my opinion is higher than the experts, because people on Twitter can operate under the Trust and Safety Council of Twitter, which means that it's almost as if Twitter published it itself. Colorado utility company locks 20,000 thermostats in 90-degree weather due to energy emergency. So, the debunking came from two fronts. It was a two-frontal attack. First of all, it's why do you complain? 90 degrees isn't that bad. I mean, sure. You know, why do you complain? Well, maybe tomorrow it can be 89 degrees. The day after, 88, 87. When do you complain? At which point? What is the degree where you think it's okay for the company to set your own thermostat to... And you're like, it's fine, but like any degree after that, it's bad. Okay, so that was one of the debunks. The other debunks is that the people consented for this. Apparently, there was a special program in which some people who thought it's a good idea to allow the corporation to fuck with their thermostat got a little bit off their electricity bills. This is why we can't have good things. It's because of those people. Anyway, right. So the argument is that this was voluntary. Like those people allowed the corporation to fuck with their thermostat. I want to say that I am #concerned. All right. Because we are moving towards the area of smart whatever the fuck. You know, like smartphone, smart houses, smart cars. We even have smart grills. Yes, like you need to connect to a fucking Wi-Fi in order to grill. Do you know what happened on Thanksgiving? Apparently with one of the grill companies, they issued a patch, and if you didn't patch it, you couldn't grill. So if you took your grill somewhere in the wilderness, and you didn't have that fucking patch, guess what? You couldn't grill. One of the most simple things that mankind should be able to accomplish, which is to cook your own fucking food. Why would you need an internet connection for that? Why? Like, please explain to me. Why do you want it? Because what smart means, it means spyware. Okay, like every time you see smart associated with some shit, that's what it means. It's not a smart grill, it's a spyware grill. It's not a smartphone, it's a spyware phone. Like, it used to be that my parents were very concerned about the Communist Party bogging their house and putting microphones in their phones, but now people invite them in by themselves, as we can see here, you know, according to TOS, like people voluntarily consent to this shit. Like they want aspect of their lives to be taken away from them and given to some corporation for the greater good. Isn't that not fucking concerning that people think this is normal? Well, anyway, you know, like imagine in the medieval time where the peasant would be like, oh yes, I give full permission to my lord to decide how many of my own logs should be thrown on the fire. Like, even medieval lords didn't have this amount of control. And again, this is the initial point, and people are okay with it. Like, at which point will you stop being okay with it? Like how much more invasive do companies need to become? Why do you keep purchasing these smart products? For those of you who don't know, it happened, I believe, a couple of months ago that Google services went down for a couple of hours, and this caused massive panic, not in Romania, but in the West, because people realized just how much they need Google services. Oh, they couldn't log into their Google Mail so that they can talk with their customers. Oh, Google Docs wasn't working. They couldn't give their presentations. Oh, they had the smart house, and now, because the services are down, they can't enter their fucking house. Oh, they can't turn on the heat. Why would you do this to yourself? Why? Like, because it has the word smart in front of it? It's not smart. It's spyware. It's connected to the fucking internet. Just stop it. Get some help. Jesus fucking Christ. Smart grills. Holy shit. Smart vacuum cleaners. Oh, God. Like, smart refrigerators. Yeah, so that when you're at the shop, like, they have a camera and you can check your fridge with your phone. How about have some fucking kids? How about have some kids so they can sit in the house and they can check the fridge for you? And you can ask the kid, it's like, hey, I'm coming home from work. Do we need anything? Do we have milk? Anyway, right, that's besides the point. But what I wanted to talk about is that a lot of people pointed out that there is technological stagnation. Like, if you noticed on the internet back in the day, before 2016, all the websites on the internet came up with new features in order to attract people. Oh, you can now live stream with the click of a button. Oh, if you actually post a YouTube video link, you're going to have the actual video display so you don't have to click it and go to the other website. Like, all of these websites had various features to attract people. Now you don't get that anymore. Now it's stagnation. And it's not because there are no more smart people at these internet companies. It's because most of the money is going to finance technological advancements in how to spy on people, how to harvest data from people, how to gather information from people, because that's what's profitable. So anytime you look at advancement of technology, like another advancement on how to fucking spy on you, how to gather more data from you, how to trick you into giving away your private information willingly. Like, all of this is willingly. All right? Like, if you read the TOS, they actively state in many cases, like, yes, the company has a right to read your emails. Yes, the company has a right to fuck with your thermostat. Yes, the company can shut down your grill. You are consenting to this shit. Like, it's not nefarious. It's in the terms of service, and it's hidden between lines and lines of legal jargon that most people don't even know is there. But it is. So, that's where we're moving at. And it's not like other nations haven't pioneered the system. I mean, you look at China, they're the ones that are experts at using technology in order to control people. But for some reason, in the West, people think like, nee, that would never happen. Even though Zuckerberg came out and said that the FBI was forcing him to censor people. Like, oh, so the government can't censor you, right? The amendment, the Constitution. What I can do is it can pressure the private companies to censor people. So it can lock people in their homes, and while people are in their homes, they have to use social media to communicate, and then it can pressure social media to censor people. Oh, so they're laundering censorship. But that's my point, right? Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.